Hi. Do you know what are the two most interesting things that make me curious? Number one is to find meaning in human existence by looking into what lies out there in the space. And the second one is to look inside human cranium, our brains. How does our mind function? Have you ever thought about it? And I think the question becomes more interesting and more important as we realize that technology is advancing ahead at a rapid pace. Technological disruptions are forcing us to understand that technology is not only coming forward to augment our physical reality, our physical existence, but at the same time augmenting our mind, the way human beings think. And that's why it becomes very important to understand the implications of this integration between technology and our mind from a futuristic perspective. In order to do that, we just have to look into the past and understand, analyze how the integration between technology and human mind has evolved over a period of time. And then we need to extrapolate it. Let's talk about calculators. Earlier, calculators were not available to everybody in the general public. They were only accessible to teachers, mathematicians, and scientists. But earlier, when you asked people to calculate something, the basic math entailing 2 digits, they could do that. But now look at these times. People have calculators in their smartphones. There is an app there. Whenever you ask people these days to do the basic math that entails more than 2 digits or even 2 digits, they will not be able to do it using their intellectual faculties. They will have to resort to calculators. And that's not the thing that was there before. And by the way, when I give you that example, I'm talking about the common man, the average human being. I'm not talking about scientists. If you are a scientist hailing from any scientific discipline, of course, you will have the intellectual faculties to engage in that kind of calculation. But look at the common man. They have almost forgotten what is it like to calculate, even do the basic mathematics. The next example is that of spellings. Earlier, people had to put in efforts to know, to learn the spellings of different words. But now they don't have to. You just open your keyboard on your laptop or any technological device like smartphone. You type in the spelling, even if it's wrong, the keyboard will correct it. So people do not need to learn spellings anymore. We go further ahead. Think about articulation of a sentence. If you use your Gmail, you type in something, the Gmail algorithm will provide you with a possible articulation of your sentence that you have just commenced writing. So there will be a time when you will not even type an email. The response will be given by your software or the platform that you are using, and you will even stop articulating sentences in future. You are going to lose the language. At least that is the projection hypothetically, because we have seen the average man losing the intellectual faculties to calculate, to spell words, and then finally this is going to happen to sentences. It is already beginning. We will not be able to draft a proper sentence without using those algorithms, without using that artificial intelligence. And I think the same can apply to human mind's intellectual critical thinking or analytical power or reasoning. If we keep on using these technologies, then it might be possible that human mind will lose their power to engage in critical thinking. I know that it sounds very far-fetched, but looking into the history, we realize that the more intellectual work we outsource to technology, the more we are likely to stop having power to engage in that kind of intellectual activity. And I really don't think that is a bad thing, because artificial intelligence is much more efficient and effective than intellectual faculties of a human being when it comes to interacting with our reality in physical sense or in intellectual sense. However, there is only one problem. What if only a few people have access to those technologies and others are not able to? In that case, the one with access to technology will be in advantageous position, and those with no access to such kind of technology will be in disadvantageous position. They will be suffering. And that is not what we want. That's why democratization of technological platforms is the ultimate thing that we need to achieve. Everybody should be connected to that platform that is likely to shape every aspect of human existence. So it is very likely that human beings might end up losing the power of critical thinking because they will be subservient to technology, not only when it comes to using technology, but also being influenced by that technology. That is likely to happen, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we shape our technologies in such a way that not only they are beneficial to the mankind, but at the same time, every human being is integrated into that kind of technological landscape. Thank you so much. Keep yourself safe. I know that they are ending the lockdown, but you still have to worry about your health. Take care.